Colin Powell once said, "There's no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure." At the start of this video, Bitcoin is at 82,000. In the last video, we talked about many different cryptos. I gave you guys my reasons why I think they're must buys for April. We're approaching April now. I gave you guys limit order targets to potentially set on your exchanges to hit. I've been actively buying crypto today. I actually bought a pretty big batch of crypto. But more importantly, I tweeted today, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, I recommend follow me. The link will be in the description. I was talking about a piece of advice, and this is something I gave my Discord, and it's something I learned along the way. But this quote explains it too, right? Hard work and learning from failure. So I notice a lot of people right now are upset because the timing of the bull cycle it's all like confusing. No one knows when it's going to come back. Something it's over, something it ain't coming. Bear market 2026, recession, something the bull cycle is coming back. I'm one of those people. But I noticed a lot of people are stressing because they're all looking back in hindsight and they're like, I wish I did this. I wish I did that. And listen, it's not rocket science to look back in hindsight and second guess every decision you made and say, okay, this worked, this didn't. What I don't like people doing is beating yourself up over something you did in the past. And the way I look at it, if you took no action at all in the past, no progress is made. No success is made. The only way you learn is by taking action. The only way you succeed is by failing. This is not a feel-good, motivating video. I'm giving you guys my honest, raw opinion because I've been asked a few times over the last few weeks, John, why are you so calm about this in the market? And I'll tell you why. Well, first of all, I'm not faking it whatsoever. Secondly, I realized along the way, successful investors, the ones who invest over many years, I'm talking like the Bitcoin maxers who've been buying Bitcoin since like before 5,000, they buy as high as like 90K. The XRP investors who were investing since the SEC case and years ago until now, people who buy over a long duration of time. The reason they make money is because when you build your bag so big and you see the cycles of up and downs come and go, not only do you desensitize yourself to the ups and downs, but you're giving yourself flexibility to take a lot of profit, more profit than your peers, but you also give yourself a timetable of when you can get out, right? And a good example is like, let's just say you're person A who buys Bitcoin at 60K. You buy just one coin and that is it. You close the exchange and your sell target is 120K. Okay, you make 100% gain, but now you have to wait for the exact moment that Bitcoin hits 120K or your target's not met. Versus the investor who buys it, let's just say 10K, 15K, all the way up to like, I don't know, 80K. Maybe their average is somewhere around 35, 40K. They now have a bigger bag. Let's just say they have 4 to 5 Bitcoin. They can sell at any point because they're in profit and they accumulate a bigger position. So person A, if they wait for 120K, they made a 60K profit. Person B can make a lot more profit and they're not as rigid in waiting for an exact target to exit. They can DCA out, they can just wait, and their averages and risk improve every single time they invest. Not to mention, because they're not selling their crypto early, prematurely, they're not getting taxed. So it is long-term positions. They're in a long-term capital gains tax bracket versus the alternate investor who, let's just say is waiting for a certain time to get in. And let's just say it's now and they want to sell in 6 months for a 2X. Now they got to factor in short-term capital gains tax, which eats into your profits. So this is the thing, right? It's really easy to overlook this. I see literally no one talking about this on YouTube. But it's so much stress-free when you just invest, set, forget. You just keep investing. You keep dollar cost averaging in. It doesn't just mean you buy the dips, although preferably you want to. You buy during a flat price action, consolidation. You buy when the prices rise up. You don't really think too much about it. If you don't have money, you just work your ass off at your job until you do have money again, and then you put more money in. You're not trying to, find the perfect technical analysis, the perfect dip, the perfect crash, and sell at the perfect target everyone's telling you to sell at. This is a very competitive market, a very emotionally driven market, and it's a speculating market. No one knows where crypto is going to go. Nobody knows. I don't care what graph you're looking at. I don't care if you're on TradingView with all the freaking logic across the board. No one knows when Trump, for example, is going to remove the tariffs aside from him and his inner circle. No one knows when Bitcoin's going to get it back above 100K. No one knows when Jerome Powell is going to pivot, reduce interest rates, and put us back into a stronger economic state. No one knows when inflation is going to go down or if it's going to go down in the foreseeable future. No one knows if we're going to enter another recession or not. There's so many variables, and I feel like people are focusing on all these things we just talked about, which are situations we can't control. In reality, we should be putting our time and energy and focus on what we can control, working, trying to improve our cash flow. I know it's stressful, and then just building our positions. Again, when you have a bigger bag of XRP, a bigger bag of Bitcoin, a bigger bag of Solana, a bigger bag of anything, you can make more profit and you don't have to wait for a huge 50x gain, 100x gain. Maybe you sell it at 20x, a 10x, a 5x. But that one investor who just buys at one time, they buy at the all-time high, they go, okay, I'm putting all the blame on the influencer, when in reality, you could just DCA, slash your averages in half or more, improve your position, and also give yourself a chance to exit before everyone else who also bought the top with you exits. Everyone is thinking the same thing you're thinking. There is no groundbreaking strategy where people are all going to say, okay, you can sell at a 70K Bitcoin. You can sell at 100K. I'll let you sell at 90K. It's okay. You make your money first, then I'll make my money. No one's thinking like that, okay? Everyone's out for themselves. But again, this is why I'm so calm about it, because I know the bull cycle is coming back. I know Bitcoin's going back up 100K. The question is, when is it going to happen? It's going to. It's not if, it's when. So when I'm in that scenario and I'm hearing the word when, I'm reminded to keep building my positions, keep buying the dips, because eventually, and this is even in the case they go further down, which I'm more than happy to see, they're going to go back up. Okay, what comes down must come back up. Every single cycle in crypto, every single cycle in stocks, everybody thinks when the sky falls, that is it. The sun is never rising again. The clouds come out and it's just doom and gloom and the world's ending. And then miraculously, the sun comes out again, and all the same investors who just been telling their peers to sell, they left the market, they shook themselves out. Now they're all buying together. And what does this cause? A massive spike up. And the chances of you getting in before them at that point, if you work a job, if you got a family, I highly doubt you're going to check your app in time. If you're trying to buy and wait for that moment to buy, you're going to miss out. But what's going to happen to the investor who buys, let's just say this lasts for another 6 months, the rest of this year, let's just say, another, 8-9 months. You can buy the rest of the year, and let's just say 2026, the bull cycle comes back, right? Everyone who just left is going to come back now and try to squeeze in their buys in that 1 or 2 months before the rips take place. But everyone else who was buying throughout this year, they're all going to be like, I can just sit and wait and take profits or DCA out. They have more flexibility, more freedom, more movement. They're not as restricted. And they're not getting taxed as much versus all these short-term traders who wait to the last minute to make a move. They're going to be taxed. They're going to lose more than half their money in some cases, okay? Where I live, I'm losing half my money on short-term capital gains tax. It's a huge difference. And again, I'm not an accountant, but I've done some research. You have to look at the long term, okay? Things are a lot less stressful when you zoom out. It's not just crypto. It's life, right? I always reference fitness. You got to get in shape, right? Let's just say you got to lose 50 pounds. You're severely overweight. You have medical issues. Your doctor's like, listen, lose some weight ASAP. What's a better situation? Zooming in and being like, "Oh my God, I'm so overweight. I can't do it." And you're so focused on losing the 50 pounds entirely, or saying, "Okay, I can lose a few pounds here, a few pounds here. Week 1, I lost 2 pounds. Week 2, I lost 2 pounds. Week 3, I lost 1 pound. I'm down 5 pounds, 45 to go." And you just take it in stages. What's a better approach? The stages, right? Because you're gradually doing what you can with what you have. You're not worried about losing the 50 pounds in one shot. You're not worried about, in crypto, making the $1 million in one shot. You're slowly setting yourself up. You're planting the seed and you're watching it grow. Right now, we're just watering the damn seeds and nothing's growing. But again, just like now, you're probably looking at your portfolio and saying, in hindsight, I could have made money doing this. In hindsight, I could have done this, done this, done this. Well, guess what? This exact situation, you're going to look back in hindsight and wish you either did something right with action or be like, I'm very happy and thankful I did that. I'm not here to shame you. If you're truly rinsed and you're jaded and you hate the market, that's one thing. I'm talking to you because you're probably watching this video and you have some hope. You didn't lose all hope yet. Okay. I am talking to you who is not yet on that ledge ready to jump off from crypto. Okay, I don't mean actually jumping off a ledge. You know what I mean? I mean getting out of the market. Okay, I reference all the time. We're at the beach. We're in the water. A lot of us are getting knocked down by the waves in the ocean. Some of us are still in the water. Some are walking out. Some are on the sand watching, and some are already back at their beach house. Okay, that's the best analogy I can give. I'm not saying you have to hang around in the water and try to swim and fight the current. Okay, we're not saying to fight the current. We're saying just tread the water. You could come out if you want to. You can be on the sand, but don't leave the beach. Stay on the beach, okay? Be close. And then when you feel confident again, and emotions come and go very fast, right? You ever notice some days you feel good and some days you're like, oh man, I feel like crap. And then by the time you analyze it, you're back to being where you were, right? So emotions come and go, opportunities come and go. This can be a generational opportunity that will last forever. And not just for you, it could be for your kids down the road, your spouse. You know, a lot of people, I feel like we're in a society nowadays where it's like you want the reward, but you don't want to put in the work. And again, you know, very few people made a lot of money in the last few months. It's pretty much Trump and his inner circle and the whales who had insider knowledge. Okay. Retail is rinsed out, effed, down on our money. Everyone's down on their money. I'm down on my money. Okay. But the reason why I'm not worried is because just like 2022's bear market, when I was buying aggressively, just like 2023, when we're sort of in the accumulation stage, 2024, when we saw altcoins rallied, what did I do each year? I DCA'd, I DCA'd, I DCA'd. I bought the dips when I saw them, and when I saw consolidation, I watched. Or sometimes I bought if I want a bigger position, and if I saw this running up, I enjoyed it, or I took some profit. It's a very simple approach, and by no means am I saying investing is easy. It's not. I'm telling you, it's so much less stressful when you look at it with a long-term horizon. When you're looking at the market like week by week and you're freaking out because you put so much money in and you have to make a 2x in 2 months, or you have to make $1 million in 6 months because your job is like about to fire you, or you're taking a huge gamble. You bought like a very expensive car, or you bought a house you can't afford. When you're living like that, of course you're going to feel bad because you're living above your means. You're already in a stressful situation already. It's going to amplify and put more firewood in the fire. It's going to keep burning, right? But if you are thinking along the lines of, okay, my situation has changed. I still have my health. I still have some time. I still have my crypto. You know, I still have my money here. I'm down now, but it won't be the case for a long time. I can add to it. Or even if I wait, I can just wait until I feel ready and confident again, do nothing, watch it recover. Or in this case, if your averages are higher, look at it as a blessing, because I guarantee this in 2026, when people look to take profits, they're going to see the ones who don't do anything now who are going to say, guys, just hold, just hold, just hold. We're going higher and higher, because they have to wait longer to take profits. And everyone who's silent that's not doing that, they're going to sell because they're going to be in a position to sell. They're going to have that opportunity to sell because they're slashing their averages every single week or every single month. I'm not saying you have to take action right now. I'm just saying no matter how long this hangs around, take some action, or at the very least, just don't walk away from crypto. That's all I'm going to say. A lot of you say you've been watching my videos recently for, psychological reasons, and I'm glad to hear that. I know this is a topic within crypto that's not very, discussed often, but, it really does help when you get this dialed in. I'm saying it from experience. Every problem I've encountered, I've always dealt with it in a logical manner, and I've tried to have like a very unbiased, unattached response to it. And this is no different, right? Again, no one first saw what Trump was going to do. Very few did, right? And we're in this conditioned market where no one knows what's going to happen or how long it's going to be in this limbo stage for. So when I see that, it makes me feel better in knowing that despite being in a situation that is crappy, despite not having control over what happens with monetary policy and the retail sentiment and the whales and what they do, I know that I'm in a position to take advantage, even though most people would say this is a crappy time to buy. And I always reference the fear and greed index, right? When it comes down time and time again, and just like stocks, it's always the best time to buy in hindsight. So all I want to say, listen, I'm not here to rant too long. I'm just saying a lot of worse things could have happened. Bitcoin could have went to zero, just like Warren Buffett predicted, and the overall crypto market would have been literally non-existent. Okay, worse things can always happen. Just be blessed that you're still here and you still have time to fix your portfolio, improve it in some capacity or another, or add to it, or just do nothing and wait. Okay, at the very least, worst case scenario, it is delayed gratification. That's the way to look at it, in my opinion. But anyways, if you want to reach out to me, talk to me, see what I buy next, sell next, trade next. If you want to see my profit taking course, which will come in handy in due time, then I encourage you to join my Discord. It is an amazing support group, especially at this stage, because a lot of investors there bond together and we discuss topics like these every single day. So if you want to join, I'll put a link in the pinned comments down below. That being said, if you enjoy these videos, if you enjoy topics like this, please leave a like. Definitely helps me know you enjoy this kind of content, and I'll see you in that next video. Take care.